Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, I wanted to just do another life in Idaho type video. I know a lot of people who are thinking about moving here lately and just have a lot of questions on what it's like to live here and some of the pros and cons of living here. So with that in mind, I thought it might be helpful to make a video on some of the top reasons that people move here and end up regretting moving here or end up leaving. And I know this probably seems like a weird kind of video for me to make as a realtor here, because obviously I love it when people move here and I love it when people, want to buy here. But at the same time, I really believe that you should know all of the factors before you move to a place and before you commit to it. I don't want anyone to move here just because it benefits me. I want people to move here that genuinely like it here and align with the culture here and just want to be here and love living here. So with that in mind, I think it's really important to consider all of the pros and cons and talk about the bad things if they're a bad thing for you, just so you know going into it, and you know what you might be faced with, some things that you might not be happy with, and whether or not you're willing to accept it or not. So let's just jump on in. Here's some of the top reasons that people move here and regret it, or maybe even end up leaving. Okay, number one, and I talk about this one a lot in some of my other videos, but it's a big one here, is the conservative values here. Obviously, there's a lot of people moving here right now. A lot of them, honestly, are coming from blue states. And for a lot of people, I know that that's why they're leaving those states, because they want to be somewhere where their values align more with the people in this new state. Idaho is definitely one of them. But yeah, Idaho is red. People here are conservative, the majority at least. And if that's something that you might not completely agree with, or that you might have a problem with, honestly, that's probably going to be an issue for you here. And I don't say that in a bad way. I don't say that to be mean or rude or anything, but that's the truth of the matter. People here are very passionate about those values, and the people here like it that way. And people here also don't take very well to people moving here from maybe other states that don't have those same values and that want to change people's values here or how it is here. People don't take to that very well here. So if that is something that you don't completely agree with, or that you might see as a problem, you might want to consider moving somewhere else, because that might be a problem for you here. And I've heard from people that they have moved here and don't completely agree with those sorts of values, and that's one of the reasons they end up regretting moving here, maybe even a reason that they end up leaving and going somewhere that better aligns with their values. So that's a big one, just something to keep in mind if you are thinking about moving here. Just make sure that that's something that you can deal with. Okay, number two is the weather. Idaho is gorgeous. We have some gorgeous landscape and a gorgeous environment, but I feel like sometimes people can forget the weather that comes with that sort of environment. We're not somewhere that has sun every day of the year. We definitely have snow. We definitely experience cold winters. And for a lot of people like me, I love that. But if you are coming from maybe a warmer climate or a more mild climate, and you like that sort of climate, Idaho might not be the best for you, because we definitely have cold winters. We do get quite a bit of snow. We do get rain, and at the same time we have fairly warm summers. It can get up into the 90s, so it's definitely not the most mild climate. And again, if that's something that's important to you, you might want to consider looking somewhere else, because we can have some pretty harsh weather here. Number three, I don't really know how to categorize this, but I'm just gonna say in general, we don't have a ton of things to do here. And by that I mean We have a ton of outdoor opportunities and things like that to do. Obviously, you can always go hunting or fishing or hiking or skiing or whatever sort of outdoor activities like that you want. But I have heard of people moving here from maybe bigger cities that are used to going out to eat all the time or going to shows or concerts or things of that nature, and we don't have a lot of that here, especially here in southeastern Idaho. We have some small, local things like that to do, but in general, we're not a big entertainment or nightlife area. So just again, if that is a big factor to you, if that's something that you enjoy doing, that might be something that you would move here and miss because we just don't have a lot of it. One thing though, on the other hand, and I know I just said we don't have a lot of like entertainment stuff to do, and that is true, but at the same time, Idaho is full of a lot of small towns, especially here in eastern Idaho, southeastern Idaho, and all of these towns are very, very family and community oriented. So in that regard, we always have a ton of community events going on. Things like parades or fairs or craft shows, or like we're coming up on, the holiday season. We're in the holiday season, so we have a lot of parades and Christmas festivals and like light shows and just all sorts of things like that that are amazing for family and kids and just kind of being a part of your community, and that's a huge draw for a lot of people. I know that my family and I love those things. But again, a lot of bigger cities don't really have as much stuff like that. So if that's something that you, might be annoyed with or you're just not into, that's a big part of the culture here. So again, that's something to consider if you have been thinking about moving here, because there's pretty much stuff like that going on every weekend. Okay, finally, number 5. Idaho does have state income tax. I know there's some states nearby, or just in general that don't have that. Here in Idaho, we do have state income tax. So if you're coming from a state that doesn't have that, that's something that you might, want to consider, and something that you would have to get used to, because it is a little bit more money that you would have to be paying in taxes every year. So yeah, just something to consider. All right, that's it for today, guys. I hope that helped give you some insight into some of the possible reasons that people regret moving here or maybe don't like living here, especially if you're thinking about moving from another city or another state. I'm not saying any of those are bad. I'm just saying that, it's something to take into account for your situation and just your perspective on things, because if you are going to come here, I want you to love it as much as the people that live here do. Idaho is a truly, truly amazing place, and I know personally my family and I absolutely love living here, and I want you to feel the same. So if you have any other questions that I can help answer, I would be happy to help you out. Feel free to drop them below or send me an email or connect with me on social media, and I will leave all that information below for you. But until my next video, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.